Hello, it's been a while. Walter Hollowell. It's late July 2022. This is my racing Triumph TR6. But this is the engine that I did my YouTube blog on. It's that I built during the COVID lockdown. I have two engines. The previous one on my last race was starting to show some low oil pressure, so I thought I'd swap things out. I just installed this one. I had the pistons installed, max speed and connecting rods. I had the engine decked for zero clearance with the rotating assembly in the engine at the mill shop. Then I took everything out. I had the pistons Teflon coated on the side, ceramic coated on the top. I thought I'd walk around and show you a few things that are interesting on my race car before we start the engine up, which I started for a few minutes yesterday to break in the camshaft and solid lifters to set the timing and readjust the valves. Since it's easy to see, my brake system, dual plate rotors, cross-drilled ventilated, Toyota 4-piston calipers, they seem to do okay, steel braided brake lines. Good parts, aluminum hub with the oversized bearings, which are nice, and Spax adjustable shock absorbers, quick ratio steering rack. Carburetors are 40 DCOEs. And I wire tie the wing nuts to the air filters. Interesting tricks. The stock water pump pulley is 4 inches. I'm using an oversized 5-incher. What that does is it extended high RPMs. This slows down the water pump so it doesn't cavitate the water, get extra air bubbles in it, and then it overheats the engine. This is a good thing. Now if you look down here, you can see that I have the crank pulley marked. I like it for timing. That's 0, 10, 32, 34, and then 36 degrees maximum advance, which I use at where I race at 5,000 feet. Back here would be for sea level, like Circuit of the Americas. I like the Denso alternator. It doesn't seem to mind the extended high RPMs. And I'm using the 1-2-3 ignition system. On the inside of my car, you can see I'm using a W58 Toyota Super 5-speed transmission with the adapter bell housing. Dashboard, standard gauges. The tachometer I had converted for electric. Then there's separate switches for ignition, fuel, auxiliary fan, which I only use on the grid, corresponding fuses, and my cool suit. Okay, now I had a few minutes on this engine yesterday. We'll go ahead and start it up today. So anyway, this engine I'm taking racing this weekend up in Colorado. It'll be trial by fire, but everything looks good at this point.